it's Jordan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you all of my plans for May. So let's just go ahead and jump right on into it with the books. The only book that I already own that I want to read this month is a reread for me, and that is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I read this last year, obviously when it first came out, because I'm obsessed with Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter Chronicles. Like, I love this world so much. I wanted to reacquaint myself with the story because while I remember the very major points of the plot, I want to refamiliarize myself with it. I really loved this the first time I read it, so I'm super excited to read it again. And that's the only book that I plan to really read this month that's not a new release. So let's just go ahead and talk about the new releases for May, because there's a lot of them. The first one and the most important of them is, of course, A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I have already started this. I bought this on the day it came out. You guys. This is the third book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. It's also the concluding novel. I am very excited and also very scared. Also on May 2nd, we had Always and Forever Lara Jean by Jenny Han. This is the third book, and I think it's finally the conclusion in the To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy. The first book was originally a standalone, then it became a duology, and now it's a trilogy. I did feel that when the second book ended, there was definitely room for a third book. I had made a whole book talk on it up here if you want to check it out. It has a really heavy focus on teenage innocence and family dynamics and the importance of sisterhood. It's very cute. It's very sweet and endearing. Love these books and can't wait to see how Lara Jean, Peter, and all of their storylines wrap up in this final book. Also on May 2nd, we had The Dark Prophecy by Riordan, and this is the second book in the Trials of Apollo series. We follow the god Apollo, who, after some circumstances at the end of the Heroes of Olympus series, gets smitten by Zeus and sent to Earth to live as a mortal teenage boy. He meets up with some really fun sidekicks, of course, as in Riordan's fashion. He has to go on this quest to prove to Zeus that he can be a god again. I'm very excited to get my hands on this. I love Riordan's books. I love his characters. I love especially the characters in the Percy Jackson world. I'm really excited for this book. And then on May 23rd, we have Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, which is another one that I'm highly, highly anticipating. The sequel to Lady Midnight. Cassandra Clare has hinted that it's pretty dark and some pretty traumatic things happen, which really scares me. I know she can hurt me. I've read The Infernal Devices. I know that after this book is released, she's going to be releasing the first book in the Lost Hours trilogy. I'm excited to see how she plans to tie this and set this up for that trilogy. I love the way she weaves her different series together and how the world is so interconnected. I can't wait. And then the last book coming out this month that I'm excited for comes out on May 30th, and that is When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. I've seen this going around BookTube for a couple months now, and I'm so excited and interested and intrigued by this book. I've heard that it's really funny. It's just a really sweet, fun contemporary, so I cannot wait to get my hands on this. It sounds like my perfect summer kind of read. I've never read anything about arranged marriages or had Indian American main characters in it, so I'm like really excited to see that culture represented in a book because I don't really know a whole lot about it. Let's go ahead and talk about TV shows. If you've watched my wrap up, then you know that I'm currently in the middle of watching Pretty Little Liars season 7 and The Originals season 4. I plan to continue watching both of these seasons this month. I don't really have anything else that I'm really anticipating as of right now. I don't think any new shows premiere in May. Now let's go ahead and talk about the movies coming out this month. I have two that I am super excited about. The first one is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I was not the biggest fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. It came out a couple of years ago. It is not my favorite franchise within the Marvel universe, but I am very invested in the connecting pieces between the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers. I can't wait to see how they start crossing over the two series. I want to know if we get to see any more of the Infinity Stones in this movie. There's just a lot that they're setting up for, and I want to know what we get to see revealed to us in this installment. I think they have some really great characters in this franchise. I love how like diverse and witty and funny they are, and they all have such strong, bold personalities, and they all have such terrible interpersonal skills, and so they make a really fun bunch of people. And Baby Groot is the most adorable thing in the world, and I'm so excited to have a home movie with little baby Groot in it. And the second movie that I'm so excited for is probably my most anticipated movie of the entire year. Like, whenever I see a trailer for this movie, I cry, and that is Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tells No Tales. I am so fucking excited for this movie. This is my teenage years. This franchise shaped so much of me as a person. There are so many inside jokes that my friends and I have revolving around this series because we were all so freaking obsessed with it. It looks so different compared to the other ones. I like the music that they're using in the trailers. It just seems so promising. I really liked actually Stranger Tides. I know a lot of people were not a fan of the fourth movie, but I actually really enjoyed it. I like that a lot of the old characters are coming back. Like we get to see Barbossa again and we get to see Orlando Bloom, who plays Will Turner. I'm so excited. Like the new characters that they're bringing in, the two younger characters, the young girl and young boy, and if they're going to help propel the series forward, because I think this is intended to be a soft reboot of the franchise, which means we should be getting more movies, which means Jordan is gonna die of happiness. So that's all of my plans for April. I would love to know what you guys are planning. Tell me in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!